What's up, everybody? Continuing along the lines of our conversations on fundamentals. During the sight alignment conversation, I did say that I would give you guys, or I would explain one of my favorite dry fire and presentation drills. Today's the day I'm going to have time to do it, so I'm going to try and speed through this because I'm actually a little pressed for time today because I've got some other things to do. I've got to get back on the range here today. So let's talk about what a presentation is. Presentation is after you've already drawn the weapon and getting the gun up and on sight, getting a good sight picture between you and your threat and being able to put that precise shot where it belongs. Presentations are the key movement fundamental regardless of your style of shooting. What comes before presentation? Grip and release. Grip and release. I'm using a rig today that's not my normal rig, so this is a good time to talk about this because these fundamentals don't change regardless of setup. We talked about grip being one of the most important aspects of the fundamentals, and it really is, because regardless of what kind of holster or retention system you're drawing from, grip is key. You should not be adjusting your grip on the fly as you're presenting. You should not be like pushing the gun down into your hand. You should not be like wiggling your hand afterwards. Once you've made the conscious decision to draw that weapon out of the holster, you should already have that grip solid in the way it is. So, again, this is a very unique rig, so you can judge me on it later. I don't really give a fuck. Everything that comes before presentation is grip and release. So getting a good firm hold that's not unique, but consistent every time on your firearm. Getting any kind of retention system, whether it's a hood or a thumb release, or on this one it's a Serpa-based holster, so it's just putting a little pressure on that button, drawing the gun out, releasing from that the retention of your holster. Everything that follows from this point on to breaking the shot is presentation. So whether you're going to present the gun here to break your shots, or you're going to press out and break your shots, and for the fucking NRA safety sallies out there, look, it's empty, shut up. Next, you're going to tell me not to look at my holster when I'm reholstering, but shut up. Looking at your holster is way better than acting like a kid on prom night and doing a bunch of this shit, when you can simply spot it, put it back, and get yourself back on what you need to do. So, another conversation, but we'll talk about that another time. I am predominantly an iron sight shooter. I am working on a red dot. It's been a slow process because I've literally been using an iron sight for 36 years, actually 38 years, and that's a lot of time to rehab it myself. It's getting better, but I am still faster with a red dot. I am still faster with an iron sight. I'm getting better with the red dot. When I am presenting, I'll get my grip, I'll get my release, and I tend to camp the gun up as I press the weapon out. I'm looking at my target, I'm staring straight at it, I'm putting the front sight between me and the target, I'm nesting it into my rear sight, and I'm breaking my shot. With a red dot, I tend to, and again, I'm kind of exaggerating this for the purposes of the camera so you can see and understand what I'm talking about, but with a red dot, I tend to point the gun down, spot the dot, nest the dot, squeeze the shot. Bring it up, find the dot, nest the dot, squeeze the shot. By nesting the dot, I'm talking about aligning that dot with my threat and knowing and being confident that my bore alignment is squared away and I can squeeze my shot off. The tool that I use to practice my sight alignment portion of presentation is a really expensive piece of kit. Not everybody has one. My wife and I lived off-grid for 4 years. We didn't have a lot of these, so I had to do a lot of this drill in my office because that's where the lights were. But this is the tool I'm talking about. It's called a switch plate. I don't know if everybody's got one of these in their houses. They're kind of high end, but they are kind of getting more prevalent. So if you don't have one, go to Home Depot and get one. So what I'll do is I will get my gun, break my door, and I will present my gun, present my sights on that switch plate 10 times in a row. When I can get that thing on there 10 times in a row and break my shot perfectly with good follow through, which is a fundamental we will discuss later, I know I'm doing well. So the gun comes out, presses up, squeeze the shot, bang. When I can do that 10 times in a row, I will move on to the next phase of this drill. And the next phase of this drill is utilizing the toggle itself. I'm finalizing and squeezing my target down more. Some people will call these reduced silhouette targets, or it's kind of the same fundamental, but first I do 10 slots here, then I do 10 right here. When I can get those 20 repetitions down, I move to the final phase of this drill, which is the screw that holds the plate to the wall. If I can do that, presentation, press it up, squeeze my shot 10 times in a row, I will step back and start to finalize and start shrinking that target and really starting to finalize my muscle groups, my muscle movements, and my neural pathways to get them where I want them to be. If I miss one of these presentations, or I glitch it, or I snap my trigger and move my gun around and get my sights off, I start over. Whether I miss the first one on the switch plate or the 29th one on the damn screw, start over, start the whole process again. Mishaps have to have consequences, that's mine. So you want 30 good repetitions on that. When you get really good and you're comfortable, you can start adding things to it, like reloads, pressing the weapon out, recognizing you have a need to feed, mag out, mag in, press out, squeeze shot. Again, when you press back out, you're getting that perfect sight picture again, whether it's on the plate, the plate, the toggle, or the screw. It doesn't really make much difference. Just make that work. So again, weapon up, mag out, mag in, up. On target, off target, mag out, mag in, weapon back up. So these are the things that I work when I'm dealing with presentation drills. So you can mix it up, match it up however you want. Start with the plate, nice big, 2.5 by 3 inch target at any given distance inside a room of your house. Then move to the toggle, move to the screw when you're done, 30 repetitions. I do this drill just about every day. It is the most important drill that I have for fundamentals. And right now with ammo scarce, this is a great drill and there's no reason not to do it. 2 mags, your normal duty setup or your normal day-to-day setup, your EDC, present arms. Show me, tag me. Do this drill, show me this drill. Remember, Higgins hates everybody, that probably includes you, but you're special.